Hello, Tarot fam. I've got my favorite cup. Keep calm, now panic and freak out. So let's talk a little bit about, I did a video this morning bright and early before I got dressed about the Kamala Harris interview she did with Brett Baer last night. Decidedly a train wreck. I did have one person in the comments say, where did they find these uneducated men? And she wiped the floor with him. And I responded, I'm not sure if we watched the same interview. Not sure if we did. Comment down below if you guys did watch the interview last night or watched it on the replay. I did watch some of the follow-up interviewing with Brett Baer. And boy, there was a lot of commotion going on in that room. So some interesting stuff coming up. So what I wanted to do in this particular video is, and I almost like moved down to the other real estate. So what I wanted to do in this particular video, I do want to talk about some of the predictions that I have for the election. Something feels weird. Was a full moon this morning. Full moons, for those of you that are not super keen on this, full moons are endings, closing out. Hi, AJ. Hi, Alexa. Debbie, thank you so much. Also, everybody listen, I am test running a new bot moderator. So it's called Nightbot. You might see Nightbot in the comments. If anybody loses a comment or something like that, like sometimes with too many emojis, it'll crush comments and things like that. Hi, Julianne. So, I have to watch Royal Griff's video on that for sure, Julianne. Like, I have to watch that for sure. Louder with Crowder had some interesting stuff today. I didn't watch it all the way. Full moon in Aries. Yes, that is correct. Hi, Penny D. My favorite Penny in the whole world. So it was a full moon, which is endings, finishing out of things. So we're going to take a look at that. If this was the closing of the campaign, I'm getting the sense that the campaign is over and now they got to roll up their sleeves and do something a little bit different. Debbie in the comments, she is one of my students, one of my awesome students. And she is also a tarot reader, and she did a reading on it, and she got some interesting things too. And she inspired me to pull out my Cosmo Tarot deck. So there's a link to this deck in the description of the video, as there is for my Pulp Tarot. It's cold here in New Jersey. My hands look old as dirt today, so I apologize for that as well. My age is showing. I can't do filters on my hands. So I did go to, and I will put a link for anyone who is so inclined to go read the document with her policies that she referenced at the end of the interview. You know, one of my things is I always say, yes, AJ, I did hear from Debbie that it was like 41 degrees this morning. So enjoy that cold snap. I know the oranges don't, but enjoy it. It's nice and brisk. So people don't read anymore. They typically don't read. This is 82 pages long. I'm an English major. I was a history minor. I read sometimes 1,000 pages in a week and then would have to write, thoughtful novel papers on it. This is a homework assignment that I don't want to have to do. So I'm going to break it down. It is actually, I could screen share a little bit for you guys so you can see a little bit of this. And then we're going to get into the reading. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, kids. We're going to get into the reading. I'm not going anywhere. I don't have anything to do until like 5 o'clock. So here we go. A new way forward for the middle class. Now, I'm just going to Say, oh, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this. And, man. Hang on, we're going to fix that. Stop sharing. Let me reshare it. Present. Hi, Gregopedia.
Hello. How you doing?
We are talking about election stuff because Debbie and I both think the election is about to go sideways.
Yeah. Okay.
And the Harris interview, which you did not see, it was a complete mess. So why can I get this to be bigger, guys? Let's see. There we go. Okay, there we go. So that's a better view for everyone. So it is a new way forward, which sounds strangely like a Brave New World. Hi, Lady of the Lake. I saw Lady of the Lake is in the comments someplace. There's a Lady of the Lake. Good to see you in the comments. So a plan to lower costs and create an opportunity economy. Harris Walz. We have Section 1, lower costs for middle-class families. And Section 2 is building an opportunity economy to help Americans get ahead and build wealth. So I'm going to let you guys decide in the comments. Do we want to start looking at this section by section and see if it's a reality or if we want to go, oh, God bless him. I hope he is. I hope he is. So do we want to just go right into predictions? You guys, actually, we'll put this to rest for now. We're going to stop sharing. We'll put that to rest. Let's talk about psychic stuff. So I'm going to bring up my card view. Okay, here we go, kids. I got a bunch of decks out here. I got Mildred Payne. I got Alicia Wicker's deck. Hi, Missy. How are you? I see you there. Trump is allegedly going to be on the Joe Rogan show. So he was on PBD this AM. I missed it. I didn't see it. I've been running around all morning. So I read a post, quote, Donald J. Trump handed the government over to the military on January 24th. And therefore, you can't have a selection under martial law, allegedly. So, all right, let's see.
Madam Ruby sees.
Let's see what Madam Ruby sees. Somebody's bicycle is in the basement
Of the Alamo.
Of the Alamo. So, oh, and I want to pull up my my live stream view too. I will do some research and reading on. Oh, hello, Trevor, my dear. How are you, my friend? So, Trevor, Gregopedia says hi to you too. Don't say the E word. What E word did I say? Did I say an E word?
Erection?
Or erection? Elephants? Elephants. Don't talk about elephants. So
what
this.
If they're in the room?
So this is what we're gonna do. Let's see. I already did a little bit on Kamala Harris. Let's see what those powers that be behind the curtain are saying at this moment. What are they saying at this moment? All right. Just a reminder, guys, I got Chatbot working for me right now. Bum. We have the death card. This is what the powers that be are talking about right now. Powers that be are talking about transformation. The death card is transformation, boys and girls. You got to remember that. Transformation. We have Two of Pentacles. There's disagreement about which direction they're going to go in. So I think they've got to do something radical. Is it under the surface, the Ace of Wands? They need to fire up people, not the base, not her constituents, not the people that are already voting for her, not the people that are already committed to voting for Donald Trump. They need to fire up people in general. Remember, hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button.
Project Bluebeam.
So, what's that?
Project Bluebeam.
Project Bluebeam. Gregopedia is waiting for Project Bluebeam to happen. Those of you that don't know what Project Bluebeam is, that is when the powers that be are going to project alien invasions up onto the screen of the world. You know what? I actually
more than that.
What is it more than that?
They're going to use 5G technology to reprogram everyone's brains too. There's mind control too.
Wow. Yeah. Gregopedia just filled my cup with all kinds of stuff. Hello, Jody, dear. Jody, Nightbot's going to be in the chat, I think. So we'll see how Nightbot does. We were talking about that yesterday, Jody and I. So the lovers, they have to reconnect. The powers that be have to reconnect with someone. They have to reconnect the components of the machine that is going to make Julianne said they use someone said they used that on 9/11. I was here on 9/11. It was pretty crazy.
What, Project Movie?
Yes, but we can't talk about that. Hang on. So we'll get back to to be continued on Project Bluebeam. So hello, GS Grumpy Sapper. That is sorry. I just jumped on. I let Debbie know that I was coming on. Nightbot is going to be in the chat. So Page of Swords, they need a restart, but Page of Swords will cut through the nonsense. Hi, Diana. They will cut through the nonsense and they will make new beginnings, cutting off the end. This is like getting divorced and you're moving out of state and getting away from your ex. So down here, the Fool in reverse. The Hermit, she's going to be left standing on her own, guys. They are really going to leave her standing on her own. The way that they abandoned Joe Biden is the same way that they're going to abandon her. They're really going to let her go on this one. Remember, guys, if you want, you can make requests in here for subjects on the election. Questions on the election. You could do it in the chat. Just do it in giant font so I can see it. I won't think that you're yelling at me. The hope is that they turn the opinion around. They need to turn this opinion around. That Ace of Cups is getting things sorted. So Alexa, I'm going to put your comment up there. My Alexa just answered me over here.
Listening.
They're listening. All right. Do we think that Michelle Obama is going to be thrown in at the last moment? Now, Alexa, if you've been following my channel for some time, I really and truly believed that they were going to put Michelle in at the last minute. And I think that they courted her, but they did not get they didn't get her on board. She just was not on board. Grumpy, I see your question. So there's such a huge delay on this, guys. Like, it's pretty wild. I'm kind of surprised how far the delay is, because I'm watching it in real time and I'm watching it on YouTube time. So Michelle Obama, 7 of Pentacles, still thinking about it. King of Pentacles, because we all know who would be running the show. Would they like it? Absolutely. Hi, Archangel. How you doing, honey? Judgment and Temperance. So, and again, I'm using the Cosmo Tarot. No change with that Death in reverse. So 8 of Cups, they got to walk away from one and get to another. So here's the deal. This is the bottom line, which, by the way, Kamala used like 3 Joe Biden isms. She just didn't go, come on, man. But she said the bottom line, like, she should.
Not going to be the same.
It's not going to be the same, but the bottom line is it's not going to be the same. Come on, man. So with Michelle Obama, I don't think that they can legally do it. So I don't know what the details are on that, because I don't know election law, not an attorney, but they
You
they
need to be a lawyer for that.
I would have to be a lawyer for that,
Well,
or
you
say to Holiday Inn Express.
The minimum of being a lawyer. You don't need to be an attorney. You
Oh. Well, there's a difference between an attorney and a lawyer.
Yes.
A lawyer went to law school, an attorney passed the bar.
Yes.
So I don't know what the details are on that in England, because we've got some of my wonderful English friends
That'd
here.
probably be, instead of an attorney, I think it's barrister. Or is a barrister a prosecutor?
I
don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's not important. Go ahead.
I have to ask sister-in-law Tracy, because she would know the answer to that. So, oh goodness, Alexa, don't say Hillary Clinton. Don't say Hillary Clinton. So, with Michelle Obama, looking back, reviewing the situation, we know that the Obamas get ballots in the box. We know it. We know that they are rock stars. We know Barack is a rock star. We know Michelle is a rock star. Personally, I think Michelle would have been a much better choice for them, but I don't think Michelle would go for it. I think, we had little greedy Hillary back in the corner, rubbing her hands together. It's very difficult to go back to work after you've retired. It's very difficult. I think also the ruse would be very hard to sell. I don't think that people would be like, oh yeah, sure, why not? Like, we've already replaced one candidate. Why don't we just replace another one? Even if it was really exciting, I think this would get us into a situation when we get this judgment card, we potentially get into long, protracted legal battles. And I think that that's something that happens in that case. So, the delay on this video, Greg, is about 30 seconds. It's so long. It's really wild. So, all right. So there we go. I don't think Michelle Obama at the last minute. Michelle Obama. Barack Obama. So, do you think they will try and delay the election? Page of Pentacles. They're taking the bottom out, guys. It's strength in reverse. Oh my goodness. Four of Cups. We're about to be unburdened by what has been. I do think that they're going to do something. I am going to jump on over and you know what I'm bringing out, guys. You know what this is, right? Who knows what this is? Everybody say it. Big deck energy. Hello, South Africa. Welcome, South Africa. Lovely to have you here.
All of South Africa?
No. There's a South African.
Oh.
So stick with me, guys. Yeah, brown-eyed lady. I agree. They're making way too much money. Way too much money. So we'll go back to, are they going to delay? Oh, Missy, your girl after my heart. That is a question that I want. All right, give me a sec, guys. I'm going to catch up on these. I like doing a little bit of a deep dive on this. So please make sure you're hitting that like button. Hi, Valerie. Did I say hi, Valerie? Hello, Trish, fur baby mama. Tell us what kind of pet you have, your fur baby. I have 3 cats and 1 dog. And a fairly hairless husband. So what are they going to do? What is the DS going to do? Oh, Diana. Yeah, you can email it to me, FortuneCookiesTarot@gmail, but I won't answer it in this video. I'll answer in another one. Oh, Trish, you have the opposite of us. We're gonna have to get one more dog to match you. So power supply. They are going to unplug the power supply. Again, guys, I'm using my Alicia Wicker True Crime and Conspiracy deck. Secret Weapon. What in the world? These two decks work so well together, guys. Can't say that one out loud. Can't say that one out loud. Oh, love. Just like that Joy campaign, right? Love them bones. Love them bones. Let's see. We're going to shake them up just a little bit more. Shake them up just a little bit more. And that was your sloppy shuffle for the day. Everybody take a drink. Whenever we do sloppy shuffle, we get a drink. And let's see. What are they going to do, guys? Well, there we go. We know who that guy is. He's been out and about campaigning. Kind of curious how these two go together like peanut butter and chocolate. I'm going to stay away from that for a minute, and I'm going to throw my Alicia Wicker cards back in their box. Get back in your box, guys. So I think we are going to see someone leaving the race. Are we going to see someone leaving the race? Are we going to see someone leaving the race? AJ, I'm marking your question too, because I think that that's a fantastic one. Valerie, I'm marking yours. You guys are doing great with the questions. 6 of Wands, not successful. So yeah, I do think they're going to try and delay the election. I'm saying the E word. That I'm totally saying that E word. Because I think it's in the title of this video. I can't escape it. 10 of Cups. If we keep things status quo, everybody's going to be happy. 9 of Swords. This is panic. This is the state of things. We're seeing things go in the same direction as they did in other elections, 2016 specifically. So that 4 of Swords pops up. That is, we are dead in the water for the minute. We need to regroup. We need to get that back to where it's going to be. They need more time. This is, how do we get more time? We're trying to extended dance remix. That's what's going on here, because they know they're not going to be successful right now. Forward, Wheel of Fortune. They're trying to spin that Wheel of Fortune to get it going again. So how do they see themselves? 9 of Wands. They're locked in. The votes that they have are what they're stuck with. By the way, this is a 10 of Cups. I see that the question is blocking it. Just trying to make it easier for you. 10 of Cups. Everybody's going to be a lot more comfortable when their outcome is the outcome. 50 people in the live. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Again, you want me to answer questions about the election, put them in the chat in all bold letters, just like my friend Grumpy Sapper did. How do others see them? 4 of Pentacles. Others see them locked in. So I think if we are getting accurate polling, the polling that we're seeing is what the election results would be right now. And I think everybody is in a little bit of kerfuffle. Bless you. See, it's the truth. Everyone's in a little kerfuffle over that because it doesn't look good. 4 of Pentacles, the Fool, for hopes and fears. Let's see if we can go forward with joy. That whole joy campaign was such a dopey thing. It really was not a reality. It was not a reality. Joy. Let's talk about joy. Let's talk about, hang on. Okay. Archangel, thank you for doing all bold like that. I appreciate it. And brown-eyed lady, that is another one. Oh, the E word's okay to say. The E word. There we go. So I'm saying the E word. I'm going to take down. Oh, let me take that down. Sorry about that. Broadcasting everybody's private conversations. So temperance, they need to disrupt the balance here. This needs to be disrupted. How do they do it though? They're thinking about it. 5 of Swords, conflict. 6 of Swords, that is the rescue. And the Emperor in reverse, they have to take someone out of their seat of power. I think we are going to see another event. I know Trump had one recently where someone did something and was caught on a golf course. There was someone else that was caught on their way to an event, allegedly was going to attempt some kind of cessation of breathing, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. So I think that they are going to head in that direction. Let's do this. Let's lean in real hard on my friend Alicia Wicker here and her magical deck. I said deck. Stick with me, guys. Stick with me. This is a great big giant deck that I'm putting together here. And I'm not even using all of it. It's I just grab out handfuls and work from there. So we're gonna do a Celtic cross with Alicia's deck. So those of you that are students of mine know how I run this Celtic cross. So we are going to use that. Marsha, I see your question too. Sit tight. I'm just putting a little star on it so I can come back to it. We got this, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. So, all right, let's go. First thing, general situation for Kamala Harris, con man. That is the general vibe of the whole operation that they have going on over there. What are they crossed with? What holds them in place? This does not necessarily have to be a real demonic possession, but it can be an obsession with not being associated with the other side. What makes them function underneath chemtrails? This doesn't have to be chemtrails either. This can be, the poisonous environment that they're in. You have to kind of work around the corners here. What is in the past? The suitcase position. This is a position that, oh my God. This position, I always call it, Debbie, I know you're laughing too. I call this the suitcase position because what it is, it's the thing that we need to go in the past and revisit and either get rid of it or bring it to the fore, bring it to the future for ourselves. So we have election interference. Like, I can't make it up. These cards are brilliant. So what's up top? Their main thinking is control. Control is a fantastic deck, fantastic reading. And then we have in the immediate future, oregano crumbles. Organized crime. No. How do they see themselves right now? In big trouble. Desperate times, desperate measures. How do others see them? Strangulation. My goodness. Hopes and fears is for healing. And our final outcome survey says evil corporation. Evil. Those of you, I've got 61 people in here. It's good to see you all. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm still having some issues with subscribers disappearing one by one. Guys are great. You're making my day fantastic. Marsha, I love this deck too. And just so you guys know, this is the expansion deck as well. I have her original and the expansion deck. This is a wild reading that I just got. Yeah, this is, what'd you say?
Bigger BDE.
Bigger PDE?
BDE.
Oh, yes, it is.
Bravo Delta Echo.
Yes, bigger, big deck energy. So, hi, Twisted Tiara, darling. So this looks terrible. What can we do? What can we do here in the United States and abroad? And give you guys some credit. What can we do to?
Abroad?
Yes.
Get a treatment?
Stop it. What can we do to protect ourselves? What can we do? What can we do? If you're new here, shout out. We got a great community. We got cool people here. Yo, the fitness hut. 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. What is that 9 of Pentacles in the standard Rider-Waite deck? That is the kept woman. She's behind the castle walls. So we all got to dig down. We got to keep things. Oh, Humanaki. Look at that. Yes, Humanaki. I owe you like 8,000 emails. 8,000 emails. And the Fitness Hutch, guys, if you don't know the Fitness Hutch, amazing guy, go over and subscribe to him. Grumpy Sapper, go over and subscribe to him. And my girl Debbie, she is Tarot and Pause. So if you guys can drop your links, that would be great. Please help me. Please help. So, yeah. So some people are being unsubscribed. Jackie Zhang, Nightbot's gonna come and get you. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. So, Jackie Zhang. I'm laughing. I'm sorry. So this basically says the best way for us to protect each other and to protect ourselves is to bunker down, kids, because it's going to get to be a bumpy ride. 9 of Wands, there it is. Bunker down again. Ace of Wands, a new beginning will happen. 2 of Swords, this is our battle of good and evil. We are moving right ahead. Hello, grumpy wife of a grumpy old Marine. So, where's my wand? There we go. So basically, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, we are seeing a future that's going to be a little rocky. So what I want to do, Tarot and Pause, Paul, if you could pop her up there. Someone said Marsha Simpson. There we go. Do I think there's going to be unrest after the election? Yes, I do. And we are going to pull out some Alicia cards. Pull out some Alicia cards here. Yeah, Humanaki, I have that problem too sometimes on channels where I can't like it. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't know if the automated moderator that I have is affecting that. So this is the first time I'm using it, so I'm not even seeing Nightbot. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But is there going to be unrest? Is there going to be unrest after this election? I will tell you guys this. One of the things that I did right after the 2020 election was I had Greg with our last decent income tax return. I had him go out and purchase some stores for us. So let's see what this disruption looks like. Oh, that's an interesting card because I've been saying that about Trump, that we may see that. We may see an attempt that is not really an attempt. Now, the last attempt staged. This is wild, guys. Wild, wild, wild. Sixth sense. We all have to use that. So, Twisted Tiara, I did just kind of jump on. I was on the phone with Debbie and I said, you know what? I got to go live. I got to go live because it's getting too weird. Getting too weird. Getting too weird. Whoa. So, oh, Sally. Sally. There we go. Wow, dang is right. Sixth sense. So just pull a few more on this. Prophecy. So I'll go back to our Edgar Case. Intoxication. That's going to be interesting. Oh my goodness, guys. These two make me very, very nervous because that's something that we could see and not see coming at the same time. Sorry, let's hang on a second. Are we going to see any kind of poisoning of the environment? Jackie, this was kind of a spontaneous live. So welcome. Glad to see you. We got 66 people. Yeah, Marsha, I'm wondering. Here come face diapers, but I think it's going to be something a little bit different. Let's see what we get. What are we looking at here? The sun will come out tomorrow. Yes, they want everybody locked down, staying in one place, stop moving around. Six of Swords. This is interesting because there was another psychic that I know through 6 degrees of separation that was saying that possibly seeing people fleeing the country. And there's going to be so much unrest that people are going to have to Scooby-Doo right out of here and head to other shores. So that I think is extremely interesting that we get the Six of Swords and Queen of Pentacles, which is no ground to be on. Oh, Jackie, good question. Even though I think he kind of already has. So your spare room is available. I got to bring all of my pets there. Will they let me bring all of my pets? Grumpy. Can we bring all of my pets? I'm obviously bringing children and husband, but so 10 of Pentacles. Again, to secure everyone from moving. Secure everyone from moving. Yes, brown-eyed lady, I saw that. Yes, the homeland is not going to be a good place to be with that Ace of Wands in reverse and the Four of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. So I'm gonna divert from your question. So just for a second, pets are welcome too. Okay. And Diane, I got your question too. Just 15-minute cities. Yeah, I need like a 40-second city in my basement so I can just like lean over and grab what I need. Want like the Jetsons where like I put an order in and it just shows up. So tonight there's an event in New York that Trump is at. And it's called the Al something dinner. Al dinner in New York tonight with Trump. The Al Smith dinner. Okay, so and Trump is apparently going to visit a Bronx barber shop. Oh, I wonder if our brother-in-law is going, Greg, if he'll be around that. I don't know what I'm talking about either. So the Al Smith dinner is a white tie affair in New York City, and it is it is child coming home. It is an event that historically the candidates for president both attend. It is sort of a roast. And the last time that both candidates did not attend was 40 years ago. And it was Walter Mondale. And that was the debate with, or the race with Ronald Reagan. Am I remembering that correctly? What? And Geraldine Ferraro. Yeah, she was the first woman who ran for vice president, right? So Trump is attending. Kamala is not, because she's campaigning in Wisconsin. What the dealio? How is tonight going to go? How is tonight going to go? Let me pull this down. And brown-eyed lady, yeah, I'm wondering too. So we're going to pull that up. 68 people. How is this dinner tonight going to go? He's also got a he also has an event at Madison Square Garden that's coming up. Oh my, the Hierophant in reverse. I am very, very nervous about this event. Judgment in reverse. 7 of Pentacles. We're rewriting history here, guys. The Page of Wands. There's going to be 10 of Cups. Who's happy about that? Temperance. King of Pentacles. Oh my God, is he going to be bulletproof again? 9 of Cups. Guys, I think that there is going to be another thwarted attempt tonight. I'm saying it right now. I think that there is going to be something afoot. I am hoping very much so that it is thwarted. So let's grab half of Alicia's deck. It's a good thing I have these big man hands, right, Greg? Oh, Greg left. He left the room. I didn't even notice. So... So are we going to see an event tonight? Are we going to see an attempt tonight? Giant. Oh, so Baron's going to be there. So we're going to have some of them in attendance. But we're going to have loyal people on the field, on the plane. We got loyal organized crime. Gosh. What do we have here? We got transhumanism. I'm going to throw that away. I'm going to throw that one away. Inside job. Ellie. We love our Ellie here. Natural disaster. So, you know what? This makes me think that there's potentially, and I'm going deep into conspiracy here, guys, that there's potentially an attempt to make it look like natural causes cause him to check out, but it's going to be thwarted. He's like 10 steps ahead. He's like Queen Elizabeth without being so charming. He's like 10 steps ahead of everybody. So let's go back to the Cosmo Tarot. Are they going to attempt to poison? Hello, Jennifer Newman. Are they going to attempt to poison somebody important at this event? 4 of Cups. It is a dream. It is a dream. Page of Pentacles. They're trying to maneuver, and the devil is in attendance. Ace of Pentacles, trying to restart this whole new race, trying to get somebody in there with a tower event. Oh, we're really sorry. Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this is, there's going to, so I don't think that this is planned in reaction to Yes, he's doing a rally. It's, I think, a week from Sunday. I think it's a week from this Sunday. So it's a coming. So oh, yes. Jeannie D, I see your question. Let me go back to some of the questions here. All right, that I answered. This is a big question. I'm going to come back to that, Missy. Okay. And I want to introduce everybody to our new South African friend. Hello. Welcome. We've got a great group here. So one of the cool things with this new chatbot thing, guys, I can do giveaways. So I already said my members, I'm going to give away one private reading a month to anyone who's a member, and I have to do that. So I'm going to be doing a members only thing. So if you want to become a member and possibly get a free reading from me, I'm going to give one away a month. So, all right. So here we go. We're going to look at AJ. Any thoughts about the Biden-Harris campaign having illegal aliens registered to vote? So let's see if that's legit. Do we have illegal aliens? 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, they had to secure that bag somehow. 9 of Cups, though, it's not going to have the effect that they expected it to. King of Swords, the Hangman, 2 of Swords. So unfortunately, the people that they allow into the country that they thought were going to be a shoo-in helping pad the vote, they're not going to show up to vote. I think they're really just not inclined to do that, not inclined to have that kind of agency over the leadership in their country, the leadership in their world. I think either this is a result of being in countries where voting and community input really doesn't have that much of an impact on their daily lives. But this is the intended result of letting all these people in, was we are granting you grace and you are coming into the country to be able to live freely and in exchange for your vote, your illegal immigration vote. We are going to give you good things. The people that they expected to do that are not going to do that. So they're not going to show up. And some of the people that they let in and said, hey, we want you to do this, are resonating more so with the sentiments of the Donald Trump camp. So I think we're going to see some of their invitees, let's put it that way, are going to vote in the other direction. So is that going to cause an issue with the election? Are they going to say, oh, it was, no good? No, I think they're just going to take it like they can. And they're going to say, well, some of those votes were illegal. Some of those votes were generated. I think they're going to say that. Like, again, this is right out of the narcissist handbook. I'm going to blame you for exactly what I'm doing. So, so that's the impact. That's what I think is going to happen. And I think there will be some brouhaha over that. I think there's going to be some complaining about the legitimacy of some of Trump's votes, but for the most part, I think it's just going to be a big fake. So, so I'm going to answer this first, and I'm going to use my. I didn't put this deck because I didn't think I was going to be using it. I didn't put this deck in the description of the video, but this is my Magicians and Martyrs deck. Very cool deck. I don't use it enough. Whoop. So is the Diddy thing a distraction to pull attention off Kamala? I'm going to do past, present, future on this because I definitely have an opinion. If it's an interesting poll, then I'll change my mind. So in the past, 2 of Wands, yeah. Ooh, that's Coeur de Gabalan. He is one of the where my tarot students at. Coeur de Gabalan, one of the founding fathers of tarot reading. You can see him with his cards there. Super cool. I forgot he was in the deck. So present, The Chariot, yes, it is a vehicle to move to move some eyes, but the King of Pentacles in reverse, it is not really working. It's not enough of a distraction. It's not the OJ case. The OJ case, like I don't even know anything else that happened that year. I was still going to school, I think, and I have no idea what else happened there. So much for that. So much for that. I don't think that it's a distraction per se. I think they're using it a little bit. So let's go on to Archangel. Archangel is another tarot reader. So it's great to have you in here. Do I think that the weather has been tampered with? The weather events, were they manufactured to disrupt the election? A little practice run with Milton and was it Helene and Milton? Eight of Swords, lockdown, Page of Swords, new starts, the Empress in reverse, and Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. I think Queen of Swords in reverse. I do think that there is something about weather manipulation. I'm going to say it. I do think there is something to that. I don't think that they have exactly mastered it. Helene, I think, moved in a direction that they didn't want her to go. I think her course was disrupted. A very good friend that was right in the line of that, and it fortunately veered away from her. Debbie, I'm talking about you. So, and I have friends in the Carolinas that got walloped by it. So, are we looking at weather manipulation here? Hiding out, retired. It's not working as well as they would like it to. Oh, it's White Cloud Prime. I said White Cloud. 75 folks. How are you? Trapped. Yeah, I don't think that it is a controllable enough feature for them to use it as election whatnot. I don't think it is. I don't think it's a refined enough tool for them to use yet. So I hope that answered your question, my dear. It's always lovely to see you here. Good. All right. So the grid is not in good shape. So yeah, somebody said something about, are they going to shut down? I thought I had, oh, okay. I got it. I think it is this one. Knock out our phones and internet. I hope not, because this is how I communicate with all you guys. Oh, and I threw one of the cards into the Alicia box. So are we going to see a little bit of disruption here? Are we going to get disrupted? Disrupted. That would be like the world's worst thing. World's worst thing, guys. So, guys, I'm just, yeah, I see 48 likes. I see 48 likes. The thumbs up stopped at 27. That's crazy. All right. So, will the powers that be knock out our phones and internet? Let's see. Oh, Marsha, I'm coming back to that. I'm coming back to that question from no Mawabo. I can't even say. I don't want to butcher your name. But I'm going to come back to it. So, yes, will they do it? Yes, we're going to see some disruption. Is it going to happen on election night? Oh, I can't get my cards apart. Yes, I think we're going to, once they determine who is the likely winner, I think we are going to see some like staticky, sporadic changes. I think we're going to see that. So communicate, and I think they're testing it now We saw what was it? AT&T and Verizon both had systemic blackouts, and the way they kind of blacked out, it went kind of in a row. Very, very interesting. So yes, I think, guys, prepare to have a little bit of technology taken away from you for a hot minute. How long is it going to be? Let's see how long it's going to be. Yes, Julianne, Milton downgraded. And wifey, yes, they did declassify the weather manipulation stuff, but we've known about that. So when will we see, and how long? It's not going to be as long as we think. That's I'm getting Elon Musk is going to be stepping in at some point with solutions. I saw this great post about if you vote for Trump, you get Vivek Ramaswamy, Tulsi Gabbard, love that Tulsi Gabbard. You get Elon Musk, and there was like a whole list of people. And then I was like, who do you get with Kamala? So, I think we're going to have issues with communications for about 3 months. So, now is that somebody flips the switch and everything's shut off? Or is it that we have some tinkering with the information that's going out, lack of visibility, those kind of things? Like, are we going to see that? Possibly. But I think for about 3 months, we're going to have some rocky road there, not the kind of ice cream. And then I think we do move into more stability. I love this woman's suit. I need that suit. I would wear that all day long with that cane all day long, every single day. Maybe that's my new look for 2025. I go into this crazy vintage suit look. So, so there we go. So Sally, yes, I do think we are going to see it's some communication breakdown, and not the good kind of Led Zeppelin kind of music. Yeah, I know it's lovely, but you know what? That's one of the reasons why I love tribalism, and not tribalism in the sense of like your genetic tribe, but tribalism in the sense of your local community. We should be right here. So, brown-eyed lady, yes, the president of the United States reconnecting us with information, but I think Elon's going to be enlisted by the person who wins or the team that possibly wins. So I don't want to say the person. But yeah, the Jeff Bezos will be crying. I'm going to be crying if I can't get stuff in 24 hours. I'm a little put out, which is wild, because when I was a kid, I would wait 6 to 8 weeks for delivery. 8 weeks for delivery. 6 to 8 weeks for delivery.
No correspondence, whether they got your letter or not. Hope it happens.
Yeah, you just kind of had to wait. I that's like Angus's sweatshirt. I had to order a limited edition sweatshirt for my son, and he was like squawking that he needed it, and I got it ordered. It was limited edition. I got in, and I haven't heard a word since. And he was like, "Yeah, they're going to start delivering them soon." I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm glad I spent $150 on that sweatshirt." So, all right, So, Valerie, thank you so much for your donation. Your donation is keeping my channel alive and keeping me out of corporate America. We're keeping corporate America safe. So, all right, this is a big question, Missy. Big question. So, what was Barack and Joe discussing at the Kennedy funeral? If you guys are not aware of Cheer Denise, she's a lovely, lovely lady. I think she was living in Texas. Hey, B Bear, good to see you in the chats. So Cheer Denise is a lovely, lovely lady on YouTube. She's a fairly large, robust channel, but she reads books, and she read the Kennedy Ask Not book just recently, and she is currently reading The Other Mrs. Kennedy, which is a book about Ethel Kennedy. And it is actually one of my favorite books. I have a lot of books on the Kennedys. I'm intrigued by the Kennedy clan. But you can go over there and check it out. Ethel Kennedy, not such a great person. Definitely not such a great mother. I am currently reading RFK Jr., the RFK Jr. book by Oppenheimer as well. He's the one that wrote The Other Mrs. Kennedy. So it's kind of an interesting little back and forth that I've gotten. She was not really that great to RFK. So yes, so I would say going to the Ethel Kennedy funeral, and she is kind of a fairly large character in politics. She was absolutely a team player, company gal. That's me, Raven. She doesn't like I'm not. Stop knocking on your desk. So what did Barack have to say to old Joe? So what he was saying is you have no control. You are not in charge. You have no control. And the wheels of the machine are in motion. What was he talking about? Let's grab one of Alicia's cards. What was he talking about? The paranormal. What about the paranormal? Market manipulation. There's a ghost in the machine. And demonic possession. Again, we have to win by any means necessary. False accusations. So we're still waiting for the October surprise. The October surprise, once upon a time, George Bush, the October surprise when he was running was that he had a DUI. So, we're waiting for that false accusation. So do we get something really big? This is what Barack was telling Joe. We're talking about some kind of October surprise here coming in because we have to win by any means necessary. So what was Joe's response? Well, Joe was like, I'm all in. And Barack was like, oh, nice, Debbie. Barack was like, you're out. You're done. We have to hand this over to the gal that's on the ticket right now, even though I don't think they're going to keep her on the ticket. I think last night was an absolute fiasco. So what did Joe say? Come on, man. So Joe questioned how much of this wheel is in action. And Barack said, it's good. It's good. It's good. We're moving directly ahead and we should be able to execute what we need to. Ace of Pentacles. Again, you're not in charge. I'm in charge. Barack Obama. And we have to part ways. That is possibly Barack Obama. Grumpy, the mug of hot cocoa. Indeed, indeed. Did Barack tell Joe to sit the hell down? Yep. You have no power here. Just like what Sarah said to the Goblin King in Labyrinth. You have no power over me.
Yeah, that's also what Saruman thought to Gandalf when he thought he was Gandalf the Grey.
Ah.
He was Gandalf the White.
Gandalf. So, B-Bear. JB said, now, wait a minute. What did he object to? Let's see. What did he object to? The course of winning. The course of winning. What did he object to? Oh, is not Galadriel, B-Bear. And Twisted Tiara, I love that you love that movie. David Bowie. How do you not love something that David Bowie's in? I was crushed the day he died. Crushed. Midnight, not a sound from the pavement. All I'm left is the memories. I was beautiful then. Oh! Wow. So, if you ask me, we're going into chaos. But oh, that one showed up. But I think the powers that be get to go underground. They get to be safe. They get to do their own thing. And Joe's getting left out on the other side of the underground compound. I don't think Joe's being included. Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So, oh, B-Bear, is there going to be an animated prequel to Labyrinth? I love that idea. Hi, Prima darling. I hope you're well. So there, we'll have to talk a little bit more about that later on. Yes, there will be unrest. I did not see where. So let's see if it's the cities that are going to pop off. Not just the cities, but the cities are going to be decidedly very, very unhappy. Oh, hiccup. What about the subs? The suburbs are going to be holding their own. One of the things is that the guardianship of the suburbs is going to be somewhat of a mixed bag. So we're going to aloha, Lisa Davies. Good morning to you. I hope you're having a beautiful day out there in the prettiest of the United States. So I think that the guardians of these states, so law enforcement, militia, we're supposed to have militia in place. I think that these people are going to be a little bit mixed. So I think the idea is everyone's going to kind of hunker down at home and kind of hold their own. So I do think, and I'm not fear mongering here, I think people are going to have to be responsible for their future for a very brief period of time. Not very long. I think, if you live in a nice town, if you've got good stuff going on, B-Bear, we have spare room for you. So, B-Bear, you can always come here. Deb, make your way up here. We got to figure out what we're going to do with all those dogs, though. But, I think we can safely assume that there's going to be a little bit of tension for like 3 months or so. Just a bit of time. What is the outcome out of that tension? And I do want to remind everybody that tarot is subjective to the energies that are in place right now. So this is what's going on now. It's a little bit more definitive than my reading this morning post Kamala Harris, Brett Baier interview. It seems like it's kind of firming up a little bit more. I think the idea of having some unrest after the election is very, very keen to certain individuals because it does prolong some things. So, Six of Swords. Yeah, we're all going to have to just hunker down for a little bit. So, I'm going to leave it at that because we'll do a bigger reading on that later. We'll do bigger. So we'll talk more about that later. So this is a tough question, Jackie. This is a tough question because he's kind of stepped down already. I'm going to switch up to the Magicians and Martyrs deck. Has Joe stepped out? He totally did not look like someone who was in control of anything at Ethel Kennedy's funeral or memorial service or whatever she had. God bless her. She's reunited with RFK. 11 kids. She had 11 kids. Cesarean section, all 11 kids. Oh, I can't even imagine what her ab muscles were like. That poor thing. So, has Joe stepped down? Death. He is done. He's not the president anymore. I'm sorry, guys. I know that this is kind of moot, but past 8 of Pentacles, they were letting him pretend to work. The current energy is anxiety. He knows that his legacy, and one of the things is that he was very, very concerned about his legacy. That was what he wanted. He wanted the library, wanted his legacy to be good. They're not going to let him have a good legacy. It's not going to be what he wanted it to be. Oh, thanks, Grumpy Sap. Yes, questions, nice big letters so I can see it. So I think now he is very concerned about the quality of how he is remembered. In the end, I think Knight of Cups, he's going to try, and we have seen this because he has been refuting some of the things that Kamala has been saying. She complained that DeSantis, I know I talked about this before. She complained that DeSantis didn't take her call, and that was like politicizing the storm. And old Joe kind of went back and was like, no, I talked to him. Everything was okay. Everything looked good. So, that, I think he's going to keep working toward having a good legacy. Does he? Well, 3 of Cups, not happy, not celebrating. Humanaki, I've never done a reading on the Bush Senior funeral and what was in the envelopes, but this kind of feels the same way. The Ethel Kennedy thing. 2 of Wands. There's Coeur de Gabelin again. And the Chariot, Wheel of Fortune. I think 9 of Pentacles in reverse. I think, unfortunately, what we are going to see from the Joe situation is I think we are going to see the uncovering. Julianne, I'll catch you later, babe. I think we're going to see the uncovering of the shady things that he's done. And then I think we are also going to see how he was manipulated by certain things. So is he going to be responsible for some of the terrible things that he did and some of the shadier things that he did? Yes. But we're also going to see how at the end of it all, he was kind of twisted and forced into a very, very precarious and odd situation. I think what comes next is going to be part of that. I don't think that he is going to have a quick and easy exit. I think it's going to be a little ugh. So I will do a reading on those envelopes, guys. I will get there. Because everybody's faces were wild on that. So I think Joe, I think they have some plans for Joe. I think Joe is going to be part of the cleanup here. I think they're going to do that. So that's unfortunately. So Joe has, in my opinion, already stepped down. And are they going to have him exit the earth plane? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Archangel. Is he still alive? Queen of Pentacles. Yes, still alive. So, Judgment in reverse, 5 of Cups. Look at that. We're going off the cliff. Just saying. Queen of Swords, represented by the ever popular Lizzie Borden, fellow East Coaster. little disgruntled child. You don't know the story of Lizzie Borden. Four of Wands. Yeah, his protection. Lizzie Borden had an ex. She gave her father 40 whacks. She gave her mother 41. And when she saw the job was done. Oh, wait, no, I did that wrong. Lizzie Borden had an ex. She gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw the job was done, she gave her father 41. We used to skip rope to that.
30 days has November, April, June, and September.
I always get that wrong. So the protection of the big house, the White House, is gone. And this is represented by my favorite imperial family, Nicholas II and his lovely wife, Empress Alexandra. So when that is in reverse, oh, and this is wild because they were excited. It's in reverse. They're trying to stop the coup. They don't want the coup to look like a coup. So, all right, just because I know way too much about the Russian royal family. This 1917, there were two revolutions in Russia. The first one was a moderate revolution, which was going to afford Nicholas II and his family some level of protection, possibly exiled to a friendly state. He may have been incarcerated with that first revolution. This second revolution, much more brutal, headed up by the likes of Trotsky and Lenin. I couldn't say his name. I couldn't remember it. That's really terrible. We need to have me tested for brain shrinkage, Greg.
Well, you're a woman. It's only 1/3 the size of a man.
Well, then it's getting smaller. They were summarily executed by the powers within, by a government turnover. So did we see a coup with this whole candidate business? We did see a coup. Did they need to finish the job? I think some of their people are saying they need to finish the job. They need to go all the way so that the secrets are not revealed. Three of Cups in the future, we're going to be celebrating, but goodness gracious, we've got angels there. So Five of Pentacles, the Donner Party. Who loves the Donner Party? I lived not far from there in Lake Tahoe.
That sounds like fun.
The Donner Party?
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't a really good party.
Did you going to have any food there?
The Marquis de Sade. That is, I'm just going to cover up that lovely woman. So this is the Sun card. So the powers that be are going to correct the situation, make things better by fixing it through cruelty. So yes, we're looking at that. Up here, the Lovers, this is going to be a renewed faith in the chosen, selected, implanted candidate and the complete outcome. Two of Wands separating it again. Coeur de Gabelin keeps showing up. Oh, and hang on, guys, because my live just went a little wonky. I want to see where we are. My screen, my studio screen went deed. There we go. So here we go. All right. So is Joe going to step down? I think Joe's going to be shoved back into a chair or possibly a casket. Did I say that?
You did.
So, and this is a big fear. Kamala brought it up last night. What someone think of the children? So, is the military going to be deployed for the people here? Hello, Persnickety. Yes, Persnickety. Hang on one second because I do have the box. So that Nicholas II deck is the Magician's, Martyrs, and Madman Tarot. I will put a link in if you just give me a second. I will put it in the chat. I can't type today. anyone that would like to get this deck, highly recommend it. Just getting you guys a link for it. Copy and paste. There you go. Amazon affiliate link. That is, again, the Magicians, Martyrs, and Madmen. I pre-ordered this deck and waited forever for it because I was so excited about it. So, all right, back to psychic stuff. So, is the military going to be deployed? Is the military going to be deployed? Seven of Pentacles. Is that a bad idea? We've got the Lovers. 10 of Pentacles. That's unrest. This is unrest right here. 10 of Pentacles is unrest. 5 of Pentacles is people functioning outside of the normal behavior of polite society. 6 of Swords. People are going to be running in all kinds of directions for safety. What is under the surface? 2 of Pentacles. Now, I have a cousin who's in the National Guard. So I wonder, and he's locally stationed. I wonder what he knows. I have another friend who has his boy, his son, is stationed in, where is he? In the Persian Gulf? Where is he?
In Guam.
In Guam?
I thought he was in Pacific.
Well, I think he's home right now. But
You talking about Captain?
yes. So, do we see the military running amok? So, you know it's crazy if I'm bringing out the Mildred Payne, guys. Axe. Cutting off. Pentacle. Foundations. Broom is cleanup. Cleanup on aisle 5. Umbrella protection. I don't think we have much to worry about with the military showing up. I think that they are going to restore order and kind of give us an opportunity to restart. So anybody who's worried about that, just chill out, because I do think that they are deployed, but it really is to just kind of put out the fires and not have a recurrence of the rioting and the craziness that we saw in past years. So there it is. And Diana, I see you saw it on Jimmy Dora's video. I don't even know what that is. So everybody's trying to vilify the military. It's like, oh, like I know Kamala was talking about demilitarizing our schools, and our schools here in Humanaki, I know. So our schools here, we have stationed police officers in them, and the doors are locked. You can't get in. You got to show like your ID like 4 times. You can't go into the building without a really, really good reason. Your kid has to be like bleeding out the eyeballs before you can go in there. And even when they're sick, they come out to you. Hi, Zephyr K9. So that's okay. We're still going. We're still having a good time here. So, I'm very surprised. My kids always went to a school that had some kind of police presence at it. Even the local cops here in our town will just kind of hang out in the parking lots during the day. So, the idea of my kids going to school without police officers on campus is really shocking to me. And I don't like that idea. I think that's a bad idea. Not because of, that there's any kind of military order there. And I really think the officers, I mean, at least the officers in our school systems have always been very friendly and very kind to all of the students. The only time you're really dealing with them is if you're acting like a complete nitwit. I mean, my son accidentally stole an iPhone because he found a bag of candy and he grabbed it when he was younger. And he didn't even see the resource officer. That was just dealt with very, very quickly. He was very young. So, but he saw a bag of candy and grabbed it because he loves candy.
It was abandoned.
Huh?
It was abandoned.
It was abandoned. There was
steal something that's abandoned.
Yeah, there was no one near it. So, Good morning, Rainbow Rose. It's a beautiful morning. So, all right. Here's a fun. And again, I want to thank Valerie for laying down her hard-earned money, keeping hope alive. Keeping hope alive. Thank you so much. Always appreciate any super chats, super stickers you guys give me. Super deluxe, keeping me in business here. And while I'm speaking of business, I am running a special on my 1.5-hour readings, guys. So let me see if I can get you a link. What'd you say?
Proton charging.
I'm not having a sale on proton charging, Greg. I'm not charging any protons. I am paying off those new dishes that I bought, though. I bought new dishes. I needed new dishes. I needed fancy new dishes for the house. Greg does not find them that important. My son is unimpressed. My daughter thought that they looked nice, though. So there. Zephyr, thank you so much for chatting me up. Hello, TD. TD, did you just get here? I thought I saw you here way earlier. So did Corey just show up, right? So does Mr. T use some kind of time travel to know what's going on? Let's see. Which deck do we want to use? Mr. T. We used to have to call him Mr. T. I pity the fool. I pity the fool.
Oh, everyone's a bunch of suckers.
It's a beautiful morning. Grumpy, dishes don't impress you. I'm going to send you a picture of the silverware that I bought. Greg Petey is huffing and puffing over there in his chair. Oh. TD, I have I just enlisted a bot moderator. So I will check and see what's going on with the settings because I know it did make some changes. So I will check on that. So does he use time travel? Knight of Cups. Death card in reverse. Strength. Knight of Wands. Justice in reverse. Was a yes. Huh?
He has a Simpson writer on his back.
Somebody said that. Somebody's like, it was more like The Simpsons. I don't think that it's time travel. Let's see what's going on here.
Maybe it's those Vatican goggles.
Is what?
The Vatican goggles?
Oh, yeah, there's that thing in the Vatican, right? Alicia did a reading on that. So the Time Machine is one of my favorite books and movies. Oh, Raul, glad to have you here. I'm only reading on the election right now, though, hon. So, Rahul, I will probably have a live reading for you guys after the weekend. This is my busy time of the year, unfortunately. So, time travel. No, Raul, that's okay. That's okay. You're not interrupting. I like to say hi to everybody that comes in if I can see them. So, all right. Time travel. What is it that Trump is using? Is he using time travel? Raul, where are you coming from? Sixth Sense. Wow. Because that's what I was going to say. I think he might have like some remote viewers working for him, that kind of thing. President Trump, if you would like another remote viewer, I would love to come in. I will send you my CV. I'd love to be on the team. So our U.S. government started using remote viewing some time ago. And it was a plan that they put in place that was to combat the remote viewing and psychic spy work of the Soviets, the at the time Soviets. So I think that he's got some, I think he's got some possible remote viewers on there. Don't forget that the Reagans did use astrologers as well. 9 of Wands, it's a secret. This is our secret weapon. 7 of Cups. We are using a bunch of people's sun to bring things out in the open. Holy moly. Ace of Pentacles. This is a positive yes, 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 yes. Look at that. The Hermit even. Holy moly. Oh, CR user. Wait, CR user. What? Tell me more. Tell me more. CR user came in with the big statement. Yep, agreeing with me. Thank you so much for agreeing with me. When you're in a position like that, you can use whatever powers that be are there. So why would you not use something like that, especially if someone does use data that shows that they're proving it? So it's pretty wild. All right, so we're gonna go a little crazy here. We're gonna talk about Tim Walz. All right, I don't want to use this deck. I want to use this deck. I want to use this one. So let's do this. We're talking about Tim. So let's travel back to when he was in high school, working in the high school. Guys, I'm going to try and keep this as clean as possible. I know I saw Zephyr. I saw him with the shotgun. Good Lord. We're gonna time travel back to when he was in the high school and working. In this particular situation with it's my understanding that there's more than one, but we're just going to focus on the first one. Okay. Transformation, Wheel of Fortune, the Moon Secrets, guys. 5 of Swords, 3 of Wands. Oh, 3 of Swords in reverse. I got to be careful about how I frame this, guys. So Justice in reverse, 2 of Cups. So going back, yes, he was assistant coach. He was an assistant coach. 1 card. Did he do this? Was he inappropriate? Eight of Wands in reverse. I don't think it's as bad. I'm going to put this over here, guys. I don't think it's as bad as this Diddy stuff. However, I do think that there were urges that were not concealed by polite behavior. Sprout, we'll see you later. So this is such a touchy subject. Yeah, I know that was gross too. I think arrangements were made. It's almost like hands up who saw Boogie Nights. There was I'm trying Zephyr. So in Boogie Nights, there's a scene where Philip Seymour Hoffman actually makes an advance toward Mark Wahlberg, their characters. And he says, "Oh, I was just kidding. I was just kidding. I was just kidding. I'm just messing around. I'm really drunk. I'm really drunk." That's the kind of situation that this was. I'm just kidding. I was just kidding. Look, I kid around with so and so like that, like why can't I kid around with you like that? I don't think he was trying to make something happen in the moment. I think he was trying to set the groundwork for maybe later on for having a friendship later on. I do think that it's not enough to hang him up on, but I do think that there were words. I think someone said, I think you really should have been a little bit more discreet in your conversation, and you should have been more careful about how you conducted yourself with that particular student in the future. Please exercise more self-control and professionalism. I think that was kind of the conversation that was said. And I do think it was got out of that one. That's why this justice is in reverse. So is there a tendency? Was there, kind of a Greco-Roman kind of tendency there, before we go on what do they call the football field? What kind of grid? The gridiron or iron grid? What?
Gridiron.
It is gridiron? Look at me. So I do think that there was an urge there, and I think he got out of Dodge before anything indictable happened. So did his wife know at the time? Six of Pentacles. She felt bad for him. But it's super annoying. This is your problem. You need to deal with it. What does she think now? Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. This is too big to fail now. It's like, oh, now the notoriety of him becomes the excuse for why it's not a reality, why it can't be truth, because he's such a famous person, like one hesitates to say, oh, he's like Diddy. He's such a famous person. He's so well known. Of course, there's going to be haters that say these kinds of things about him. So it's almost like the notoriety becomes a shield against the accusations. So there we go. I'm going to go over to and I will make myself more visible here. Oh, there we go. Hi guys. So there we go. I don't like the Tim Walz business there. So let me go back up and see if we have any more comments and questions. So going through as quickly as I can. Deb said she had to use her teacher badge to get in and out. Also, yeah, like I don't understand, demilitarizing the school. I don't know, Zephyr, my reading was spot on for you. Fantastic. And again, guys, there is a link. I will pin that to the top. It's in the description of the video. You can go to my about section and I'll link you right to my scheduler. I'm going to have to open up a little bit more time on my schedule. So Grumpy, my dishes are beautiful. They should impress you. So going through it. It is like The Simpsons. We really are living in a Simpsons episode. While I'm going through these comments, guys. Actually, Raul, are you still here? Rahul, if you're still here, I will do that reading for you. Full 100 moon tonight. I think the full moon, let me see, I've got it on my phone. See, moon phases. The full moon was at 6:26 a.m. here. Come on, I don't want to rate the app. Remind me later. So yeah, we are in the full moon right now. Full moons are endings, they're closings. It's when the moon finishes up. So new moons are when we start things. So, did we hit the end of Kamala's campaign? I think we did. Yes, would love to be a remote viewer. Trump out of the box. We all are. I think everybody in here is. CR user, let's take a look at this. Let's see if if he does have some ability here. Let's see what we got. So is Trump a little bit psychic? Is he doing it himself? I wouldn't put it past him. Be like, I'm gonna do this all on my own. It's gonna be the greatest remote view ever. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be fantastic.
No one has ever remote viewed the way I've been.
No one has ever remote viewed the way that I'm going to remote view this. So is he psychic? Is he psychic? 5 of Swords. That's a team. He's got a team. 2 of Swords. The Hierophant. I don't know if he's doing it. So I think maybe he has some issues with actually getting that deep. So, like all psychic stuff, it is a little bit trickier to just kind of jump in and be successful. You do have to practice for a little bit of time. So it does take some work. Like everyone that says, oh, it's a gift, you should be giving your gifts away for free. No, it's not a gift. I actually have to work at this. I think anyone can be psychic. You just have to work at it. Just like if you wanted to run a marathon, if you wanted to do anything like that, you would have to work at it. You can't just go do a marathon. So the Hangman, I think he's got some limitations, and I think this is something that he outsources. It's something that he is willing to understand and accept to a certain extent. But it is something that he outsources. So this would be very similar to like dry cleaning. Like it's easier for him to outsource this. So does he have a bit of sensitivity? He's got an understanding of it. I don't think he's super proficient at it. So I think he does outsource a little bit. So So I'm scrolling through. So, Zephyr K9, I wouldn't worry about it. I am like completely, I love politics. I love leadership. I love history. I love knowing how things got from A to B. Oh my goodness, mind over matter. What? Was he inappropriate with youngsters in China? Let's find out.
Who is inappropriate?
So, the VP candidate. Balls to the walls. So, I don't think so. I don't know what the rules are for the oldest profession in the grand empire of China. I don't know what the rules are with that. I know some countries are a little bit more liberal about it, but I think this particular situation, I think this was possibly a purchasing situation. But I'm not thinking this is China. I think he was in another area. I think he went to another area. So, yes, 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 yes. So, yeah, there it is. Let me go through more of these. Do, 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 do. Yes, the hurricanes definitely exposed what was going on with FEMA money. So I'm scrolling through, guys. I'm just getting to next questions because I'm seeing them. Did Raul pop back in? Raul's not here. He scampered off. Let's see if Raul's going to get that job before I go back. So there we go. Is Raul getting that job? Yeah, Raul's getting the job. Look at that. Raul, you're getting the job. Yay! So good for him. Good for him. Okay. Everybody's talking about the moon. Oh, Jackie Zhang. I am not going to ask if the diddler. Are you in the same location as him? I can't answer this. You're just taking the piss. So CR user, he has a good Venus placement. Sounds suggestive. Yeah, I do believe that. I do believe that. Outsourcing is easier. So Cynthia, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your question. So let's go. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Oh, CR, you're in SF? I used to live right by the Mission, in the Mission, right by Mom's, the Mexican place. I don't know if it's still there. I hope it's still there. They had amazing burritos. It was on Curtis Avenue in San Francisco. So let's see. Vivek. So before I pull some cards on Vivek, I want to like Vivek. I think he's a little bit of a misogynist. I'm sorry. Hi, Samantha, darling. I think he's very bright. I think he would have been really awesome. However, I think he got a little snippy. So, King of Cups, well balanced. What is wrecking that vibe? He's not a team player. He doesn't have that delicate sweetness with people. His opinion is all over the place, and he's got very cutting remarks. So he is not he's not a politician. So Grumpy, I like how you said Samantha. He's not a politician. He is a businessman who's looking to run things. Would he have been more successful running a business? I believe he would have. He's right where he is supposed to be. So he's not supposed to be in the top seat. Oh, look at all these tens. King 10. He is not supposed to be in that top spot. He's supposed to be in a support spot. Yeah, he is a billionaire. I totally understand. And that's kind of what he is good at. But he is lending his genius to governing. So he's kind of like the same thing as Elon Musk. He's just kind of popping in and lifting up and helping out. He's just kind of doing that. So is he a wolf in sheep's clothing? No, but I think he's wearing the wrong outfit right now. Or I think he was wearing the wrong outfit when he was campaigning for the top spot. I think really he is supposed to be in a support position, which his ego doesn't really jive with that, but he's willing to accept it at this point. I think he's in a problem solving mindset. Like right now he's like, okay, I'm gonna get in there, I'm gonna be on the team. I'm not gonna be the quarterback, but I'll be I don't even know, like a running back or defense guy. He's where he's supposed to be. So good on him. So Vivek and JD are besties. Are they really? Huh. Humanaki, what about religious psychic viewers? What are you talking about? Talk to me, baby. Talk to me. So Vivek, not a bad guy. Yeah, the Baron and his marvelous dog, Bulger, which was pretty cool and full of clues. Yes, agreed. Very interesting. So this one, okay, Kazakhstan. I say Azerbaijan and Kazakhstan all the time. Did that happen, or is that just part of the myth that is being put out there? Oh, Six of Cups. Looking back fondly. So we're going to need some clarifiers. World in reverse. Six of Wands. Successful. Did he assault him? Temperance in reverse. Let's pull out a pendulum, guys. We always love the pendulum. So did Walz have an issue with that student from Kazakhstan? Oh, that's a yes. Okay. So was it exual or was it just a physical? Was it exual? Was it exual? No. Was it just a dispute? Just a dispute. I see. So it looks like that was just a dispute, and maybe it's being blown up into something that it's not. So I don't know. We will see. Yeah, you have to be careful. Like, with the whole Michael Jackson thing. I was a Michael Jackson believer, and I'm still a Michael Jackson believer. I think that was a setup. It just seemed like, I like settling out of court. I don't know who does that. I don't do that. So let's see. Zephyr, your sheepdog. I know what that means. Zephyr Canine's a sheepdog, right?
What?
A sheepdog.
Okay.
He's a billionaire. So, Penny, I did not like JD. I did not like him. Grumpy says his best friend is JD. So I did not like him. But after the debate, I really like him now. I got his book. Hang on just one second. I don't know about. I'm ticking some comments here, guys. Samantha, you are Donald Trump, his number one fan. You are. You and my friend Kathy, who did Mixtape Monday with me. I told Kathy how much you guys liked her, and she's like, "Really?" Yeah. So I got JD's book. Hillbilly Elegy. Is that a Hillbilly Elegy? I got it on Audible, but I opted to listen to the RFK Jr. book first, so I do need to listen to it. Those of you that are new to my channel, I always get the Audible version and the Kindle version because of the way my brain works. It's much easier for me to listen and read at the same time, and I kind of go back and forth. I listen in the car. I'm a maniac when it comes to books. I'm always reading like 5 or 6 books at the same time. It's really pathetic. I do read analog books like regular books, but so JD Vance, let's see. So I think if we do, since we were talking about Tim Walz, I think if we do a battle of the second string, it's going to be very interesting because the second string is really about, like, Trump has had all these attempts happen, and oh, CR, do you need 4 Audible credits for it, or you get 4 Audible credits every month? Oh, I want to do that. I know I can buy them. So, but anyway, so I think the battle of the VPs, I think Kamala is as unlikable as possible, and possibly, a target herself, as is Trump. So we really do have to look at the VPs very carefully for this election. So let's see what we get when we do the battle of the VPs. So we're going to do Walz, Vance. Let's see what we get. Walz, past, present, future. Looking for people to see him as a more traditionally minded person, even though he's not. High-tech geek dame. Even though he's not, he is trying to bring this balance to the masculine and feminine powers of the ticket. That's what he's doing. So we're going to have misogyny on the right with Trump and Vance, but over here, Walz is balancing out that feminine with Kamala. So Kamala is a very strong, balanced male, female kind of person. He's coming to the table with this virility of being a football coach and a hunter and loading his shotgun out in the field when they're going shooting for grouse. I don't even know what they were going shooting for. But I think they were shooting pheasant, and I don't think you shoot. Do you shoot pheasant with shotgun, Greg?
Birdshot, yes.
Oh, it was, and he said it was birdshot. Okay, so yes. So I think he is trying to kind of balance that ticket there and see if they can get some asses in the seats, some ballots in the box by balancing out the feminine, masculine energies on either side. He is kind of a beta. He's a little bit of a soy boy. And they're trying to use that to their best advantage. So Vance is offering up a fresh, new appearance of intelligence, and it's a little bit tiresome because he is so masculine. Bunch of baloney. A bunch of baloney? So yeah, he didn't balance that ticket by not being able to load his shotgun. So Vance comes to the table with a traditional virility, a traditional masculinity that firmly leans into the politics of old. We're leaning much more back into the, like Debbie just said, the real men of the 60s. So, which is a little alarming, because if you ever read anything about the Kennedys and Camelot, there's a lot of hanky-panky going on all over the place. So, is it tiresome? Yes. There are some people that are going to find that tiresome. But does he represent the stability and the tradition of leadership in this country that is necessary at the time? Yes. Does Walz present a very interesting novel approach to masculinity? in the modern day of 2024. He does, but it doesn't really kind of do it. So this is not hitting the mark. It's not scratching the itch, Walz. And Vance is just a little too traditional. So, Eight of Pentacles, not going to work. Doubles down. He's going to double down on his masculinity. So we're going to see more of that. He's going to have a moment where I'm going to get a beer. That Elizabeth Warren moment where like he scampers off and like does a shot of Fireball or something like that. So, huh?
Is it your son?
I'm gonna do a shot. Fireball. It's like cough medicine. Go get that Glenlivet and show me how you can swallow it down. So one year at Oktoberfest, our friend Frank was over here. My girlfriend Jenny was here, and I had passed out early, and I got up and went out, and everybody was still out at the fire pit. My husband, Jenny, and Frank. And they were trying to see the sunrise, and I went out there, and I'm like, "We're doing shots," and I brought Glenlivet because I was too drunk to read, and managed to wreck everybody's sunrise.
Shots not made to be drank.
Frank's face was hilarious. What did you just give me? That was like 3 years ago, and Frank is still chastising me for it.
I drank one shot of it, and I automatically had like 3 years of crippling gambling debt.
So yeah. So I think we're gonna see Walz step it up with the manliness a little bit more. And I think he is going to psychically, I think he is going to say that Brett Baer stepped to the table with Kamala a little bit too misogynistically. So one of the things I'm speaking, let me finish. I'm speaking. So the reason why she does that is because it puts her in the victim category. So it looks as though she was being taken advantage of in the moment. It looks like she had somebody's boot on her neck. It looks like she is being disregarded as a female. So that's the route they're going to go. I think Walz is going to come to her defense on that, which in my opinion, if he does, that's going to make it seem she's going to seem very, very weak. If that happens, if she needs a man to come to her defense, it's going to make her seem weak. But I think he may do it. I think that Muppet may do it. Over here, I think that Vance is going to take some heat for the comments. Oh my gosh, King Charles! I didn't know you were here, sir. Good day, sir. I'll catch up tomorrow with you, King Charles. I love that King Charles. I didn't even know he was here. So I think that Vance is going to take a little bit of heat for the comments that he made on Twitter. It definitely is going to be a little bit, he's going to have to backpedal, and he's going to have to reassert what he is saying. So he'll have to fix the comments that he's made already. So I do see Marsha Simpson, I had a hard time saying that, is asking, what does Mr. Kamala think? So what does he think? So this is, what is her husband's name? Doug Emhoff. So fun fact, Doug's parents' house is walking distance to my house. He actually went to high school right here where my kids both went to high school. So he is actually from this town, but I believe he moved out when he was like a freshman or sophomore. So, I'm praying that he never comes. I know his parents aren't here. I'm praying he never comes back to town. Is like, I'm the first man. I do not want to know about that. So, Zephyr, you went to school at Lester Hall? Good Lord. So everyone's talking about Fireball. It does taste like it tastes like cough medicine. So, all right. What does the first gentleman or Madam, I don't even know what his title is now. What does he think of Kamala? And I think I'm going to close it up after this, guys. Now that we know Rahul is getting his job, we can close it up. So 8 of Wands, Ace of Cups, King of Swords, 6 of Swords, the Chariot, and the Moon. There he is. Oh my goodness. This is a very interesting relationship. I'm just going to say that. No, it's not an interesting monster. Monsters are interesting creatures. So, 8 of Wands. I think the nanny situation, we all know what that nanny situation is. I think the nanny situation is not uncommon for him. I think he does have a wandering eye. I think he does like to play. I think he does like to have a good time. And over here, I think, oh, good bless you, dear. Over here, I think he is unable to leave the situation. I don't think that he can leave the situation because it's just not possible for unseen reasons. Up here, he is kind of functioning on his own. I think his life is this isn't like they don't live together, they live separate lives or anything like that. But I think they go about their own business. I think they do their own thing. I think he mutters under his breath a great deal. So I think when Kakala is walking out of the room, he does say some gnarly things under his breath. Again, we cannot get out of this situation. We're stuck in this situation for now. Others see him as really tolerant and putting up with a lot from her. I do think that she has moments where she is being very gnarly behind the scenes. I think she is not exactly a nice person when she's trying to get things done. I think we get a very snappy attitude out of her. So, Hangman in reverse. This is the hopes and fears. He hopes that one day he will be able to get out of this situation and kind of get into another situation, so to speak. But up here, unable to end it. I think they do have some pretty serious fights. I don't think that it is a marriage that is warm and cozy. Let's put it that way. I just don't think that it's warm and cozy. I think it's very professional at this point. So let's see what that marriage is like. Again, this is for entertainment purposes. Oh, 9 of Cups. Oh, no, separate beds. That is absolutely separate beds. Not the ideal kind of relationship that you and I would like to have. Definitely a little bit of a sketch scene. So, Ace of Cups would love to restart with lots of cool little biddies. I think both of them would like to step out. I don't think that she does, though. I think that sorry about that, guys. That is a pickup notice. I have to pick someone up. I think that she is kind of has transcended, getting down and dirty and all that hot stuff. I think she's transcended it. I think she's done her duty. She's closed her eyes and thought of England quite enough. And I don't think she wants to do it anymore. I think, there's not enough time in the day. If she was going to take care of that, she'd take care of it herself. And there, I said it. So with that, my friends, I'm going to call it an afternoon. And I'm going to drop this down. I'm going to hide this comment. I hope that all of you had a great time. Oh, wait a minute. Did have another question. Let's take a look at this. Let's see what we get. Okay, so is it true when Trump left the White House, he signed the country over to the military, and Biden has never been in real White House? Apparently, it's a model and a director's property. Rabbit hole. I gotcha. I gotcha, baby. Twisted Tiara. It's good. It's good.
About the standard.
What, the flag?
Yeah, flag standard.
Okay, what about it?
Have you heard of that one?
Yeah, it's the one with the fringe or something.
That's not an actual flag.
Okay.
The actual flag is like a certain dimension, and it's really bizarre. And actually, the postmaster general is the one. Like
somehow the postmaster general becomes the commander in chief.
Yeah.
Yes.
The country actually belongs to the postmaster. Or something like that.
Yes. So yes, this is a huge question.
It's a really weird convoluted.
So yes, there is. So we need MC here. What do we call him? MC Ultra.
MC Ultra.
MC Ultra. I called him the other day. He didn't answer me.
Well, he's in a different section of work, so he may have been unavailable.
He needs to get his shit together. Oh, I'm cursed. So MC Ultra is Greg and I. It's a friend of ours. He is a conspiracy theory nut. He's got great stuff. Great stuff. Steve Raybo, is that really you?
Me?
Steve Raybo? No, I think it's spelled differently. I haven't seen Stephen Raybo in some time. We need to communicate, Stephen Raybo. So, yes, the Stephen Raybo. So, all right. So, oh, and he said, please say hi to Greg. He says hello. So, all right. So this Zephyr K9 says, I think it was amended long ago, not in secession, postmaster. All right. So Valerie, don't go anywhere. I'm not leaving yet. Valerie. So did Trump sign over the country to the military when he left office? Three of Swords in reverse. Healing and restoration. That is an interesting card to get on this. Crossing it, we need to go to sleep. Pull one card. Was Biden ever in charge of the country? Five of Swords. No, there was a collective. The Five of Swords is actually a very militaristic card. Oh, I'm getting chills. They're multiplying. This says that there was a major change and that the military was involved.
There's always that theory about the men in white hats.
The end. No juice. No juice. Page of Pentacles. So here's the weird thing. If this is so, yeah, death isn't even in reverse. Holy moly. So if so, have they been hanging on with the tips of their fingers? Have they been hanging on with the tips of their fingers to some component of power? Page of Wands, yes. Eight of Wands, slipping fast. Queen of Pentacles. This was their hard court press to get back in, but it doesn't look like it works. This Queen of Pentacles, I get more HRC kind of energy here. They were going to use her. Strength, patience. They are waiting for the tide to turn and to get out of this contract, so to speak. So what happens during this election process? What happens? What happens? And then I gotta go, guys. Gotta go. Nice, Zephyr. The last piece de resistance. Viva la revolution. So what happens if we've got those 5 of sorters in control right now? What happens when we get to the election? Oh, ending and healing. Holy moly. And then what? Tell me more. Tell me more. Tower and rebuilding. Rebuilding in a different place. We the people. Got it, Zephyr. King of Pentacles. Judgment. We pulled down those that are in power. Guys, I think we get a lot of upset people. Wow is right. Wow is right, CR user. This is freaking wild. So we go in 2 different directions. This 3 of Cups, I think we do see some chaos. I think we see some action there. 10 of Cups, the whole world turns upside down. 6 of Cups, we're going to be in a bit of a pickle for a bit, guys. So I said it's going to be like 3 months, but yeah, we can do 3 months, right? We can do 3 months. We can do 3 months. See what we got. Going back to Alicia. What do we got, Alicia? Social media, yes. Paper trail. Affluence. There's that thing again. One last one right in the middle. Evidence. Guys, I think the Chinese say may you live in interesting times. And I think we are certainly living in some of the most interesting times of all times. So, with that, my lovelies, there's still 70 of you here. Thank you so much for sticking with me this long, guys. Like, that's kind of amazing. But how long have we been here? 2 hours and 15 minutes. I think Grumpy's Confessional. Oh, Grumpy, is this your new station, your new channel? I need that to go up. We need a link for that. But we're gonna be talking about that later. So yes, we are all where we're supposed to be. Front row to some history making. Things are about to get super, super interesting. Tucker Carlson about the mental health freak out that happens as a result. Be prepared, folks. We are prepared. Our house actually prepared after the last election. So I think we've got some interesting stuff coming up. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will get my ham radio. So those of you that are in the continental US can continue to listen to the ravings of this tarot lunatic. Because apparently I am going to have to do that if all of our systems get shut down. So I do hope that all of you have an amazing day. I hope you're prepping and putting your rice and beans into your containers, saving them up. Seal up your dog foods. Remember, dogs and cats need food too. So you have to do that. There is one last thing I'm going to give you guys. So this was something that I told my girl Debbie to get, and I think it's super, super important. This is not the company that I have, but I think it is super important to get one of these. Getting the link for you guys. It is a water bladder that you put in your tub, and you fill that up with your water. TD, you have Starlink. That's a good move. Starlink is a really, really good idea. We do not have Starlink. I'm going to go with the Zephyr. We gotcha. This link is for a bladder that you put in your tub. It's the size of your tub, and you just fill it up with water so that you have clean drinking water and whatever.
Or at least clean water that you can make drinking water.
You can make drinking water out of it. It's tap water. If we get it fast enough, we can still drink it. I drink coffee though. So yeah, we're in the right part of the country. We've got great neighbors, great support here. So thank you everybody for sticking around. And yeah, as long as the tub is clean, but it's a big bladder that you just fill up the bladder. So the bladder is already clean and ready. So you have dehydrated water here. Ruby, you silly goose.
Just add water, right?
Huh?
Just add water, right?
Just add water, right? So he's a funny guy. So, all right, everybody, thank you so much. I'm going to go start picking up my people. We had a lot of views on this. We had a lot of likes. I appreciate everybody spending the afternoon with me. I'll get you out more content today. I think we are in the home stretch for the election. So I am going to be posting pretty much daily on this weekend. I've got some events going on. I'm going to be kind of jammed up with that. And I do have a lot of parties and readings. If you want to get your own reading, you can still find a couple of slots in my schedule. Just hit that up at the link in the description and also in my about section. And I will see you all in the future. Bye-bye.